I went to the Iowa Expo Center for the Capital City Card Convention, the largest card show in Iowa, to ask those attending what got them into the hobby. What I found was pretty surprising. There was plenty of people in it for the reasons you'd expect.
I was a young kid, early 2000s, bought my first pack surprisingly, a gas station, and I pulled a holographic card, and I was like, oh, this is dope. And ever since then, I've been a fan.
My favorite game was Pokemon Emerald, and then my cousin used to rip packs, so we'd play the Game Boy and rip packs together. So, I always had love for the game since I was just a little kid.
I kind of grew up with it, to be honest. Like I've been a collector of sorts since I was about 7 years old, and started with the original cards. So I was in kindergarten when base set came out back in 1999, and I've been into it in some capacity really since then.
Some people were collecting a specific type of card.
I got into Pokemon here back in 2018 after I saw this YouTube song of Magikarp being useless. And then I started collecting Magikarp cards. So now I have every single Magikarp card in English.
My dog passed away in October, and my brother-in-law is really, really into Pokemon. And so I kind of looked up what Pokemon looked most like my dog, and I found Vulpix. And so I've just really been into collecting Vulpix and Ninetales and the Alolan Vulpix.
But when I asked kids at the event the same question, their answers were different.
At one point, I pulled a $100 Dragonite V from Evolving Skies. That's now $350.
I got the Mewtwo, which is the Mewtwo that's in the tube. And then I sold that, and that really got me back running into the hobby.
How did something so simple turn into kids today selling armfuls of unopened boxes to vendors? And to be clear, that's awesome these kids are making money, but to them it's more of a business than a hobby. And how can you blame them when this is what it's like getting a pack now?
Yeah. I've seen someone pull from a 10-year-old, they pulled an ETB out of their hands. It was crazy.
How old is he?
He was probably 28. It was crazy.
Yeah. No, one time it was a while ago, but it was I was going and this kind of just shoved a little kid out of the way.
Yeah.
8 years. I don't think he meant to, but he's
the scalpers are.
It was a 35-year-old guy. He literally just went boom, went straight to him.
So I had to find out for myself. How hard is it to find a pack of Pokemon cards?